I was home having coffee, and I got a call from my assistant, Jane O'Connor, who runs White Mountain Attractions in my place. And she said, the old man has fallen. And I said, what? She said, the old man's gone. And I said, I'll be right there. I think I probably made the trip. And, well, good thing there were no state police around. And I got out there that morning and looked up and I said, oh my God, what are we going to do? #1 tourist attraction in New Hampshire. 2 million people saw him every year. It was our #1 icon. When I traveled through the Notch, of course I live in Littleton and my office was in North Woodstock, I'd say, good night, boss, every night when I went by, whether I could see him or not. And quite often I couldn't, as you know the weather in Franconia Notch. I was in the parking lot on the northbound side that morning, and a state trooper was there, and I said, can I have this parking lot for a few hours? And he said, what for? And I said, I think there'll be some media interest. Oh, okay. So he parked down at the entrance and kept people from coming in, and by noontime, we had 6 satellite trucks sitting there broadcasting live all over the world, including CNN. So it was a major story.
Yeah.
And I called my friend who had a helicopter business in Concord, and I said, I need a chopper for a while. What for? I said, the old man's falling. He said, I'll be there in 30 minutes. We made 16 trips with nothing but media people up to fly up around where the old man was so they could see where the grain, the granular stuff of the rocks had been grinding away for decades, and just to see where the old man was. Not to do anything back on the mountain, because it was a natural phenomenon. It was put there by nature, and nature took it away and let it be. And the fact that the mountain itself is too unstable to do any work up there in any form to try and replace anything. So we settled on a contest, a nationwide contest with people, sculptors and so forth, to come up with an idea for a project on the lakeshore. And we had 34 people submit an idea. We knocked it down to 3 and asked the 3 of them to bring in a model. They did, and we chose the model for a 3-phase memorial from Shelley Bradbury and Ron Majors from Essex, Massachusetts. And basically it consists of the first phase being 7 steel profilers with an arm on it aimed at the mountain. So when you stand in the right place on the plaza, it puts an image of the old man back on the cliff the same size that he used to be. It's rather clever. The second part of the phase is giant granite blocks that will be lined up along the pathway leading down to the shore of the lake, that when you stand in the right place, it'll blend it in to make the old man. But if you're not in the right place, like the old man was, it just looks like a pile of rocks. So it's a case that when you're going southbound on 93, when that's done, you'll be able to see that image for about 2 seconds, just like you did if you were driving north in the old days and looked up and said, June the 12th at noontime, we will turn over the first phase to Franconia Notch State Park and say, all right, here it is, it's yours. And then we'll get busy on trying to raise money for phase 2.